As most people know, politics can be a highly contentious subject for many people, even more so if you are one of the few who decides to run for office yourself. As many people can attest to, choosing to run puts you right in the crosshairs, mostly metaphorically, but in the worst cases, literally. And as All Hallows Eve is right around the corner, I felt it best to gather ye around the campfire as I regale the story of 4 unfortunate souls who met their end in this manner. Be warned, all who may enter, these stories shall not be censored in any manner. Mexico was facing a conflict between a group of left-wing revolutionaries called the Zapatistas and the ruling neoliberal Institutional Revolutionary Party. The incumbent president had chosen a cabinet member by the name of Luis Donaldo Colosio to be their nominee. Seeing the incumbent's popularity failing, Colosio had distanced himself from the pre-establishment and started giving speeches sympathetic to the Zapatistas. This new direction that his campaign took helped him remain afloat amongst rising opposition. However, his rise was cut short on March 23, 1994. While a man by the name of Mario Alberto Martinez was claimed to have been the assassin, a majority of the Mexican population find it to be a little convenient that Martinez assassinated Colosio after he started distancing himself from the incumbent president, especially given the administration that would end up replacing him. The Camp David Accords were a pair of political agreements between Israel and Egypt that were made in order to solve long-standing political conflicts between the Arab nations and the Israeli state. Despite both nations' leaders getting a Nobel Peace Prize for their effort, the agreement was controversial as it supposedly solved the Israel-Palestine situation without the input of the Palestinian people. And they got mad. Not just Palestinians, but many Arabic and Islamic groups, who felt that the Egyptian president Anwar Sadat had betrayed them. Some rioted in the streets, while some, like the Egyptian Islamic Jihad, took it one step further and plotted Sadat's overthrow. The day approached on the 8th anniversary of Operation Badr. Sadat celebrated the occasion with a military parade. While the troop transports passed the president, one stopped and 2 people approached him. Sadat thought that these 2 were part of the show and decided to stand up and salute them. Unbeknownst to him, that was the opening that they needed. The Syrian civil war is a 4-way conflict that is very contentious in the world scene. One aspect that makes it more contentious is the fact that countries like Russia and the United States will give their backing to multiple sides of the conflict. Russia in particular backing both Assad's government and the Syrian Democratic Forces. Both of those backings put them at odds with Turkey, who was backing the main Syrian opposition, which led to mass protests of Turkish people against the Russian government, exemplified by the Russians' participation in the Battle of Aleppo. However, despite these rising tensions, Russia and Turkey were going to negotiate a settlement in the conflict, and on December 19, 2016, Russian ambassador to Turkey, Andrei Karlov, was set to make an opening speech at a Turkish exhibit of photos in the Russian countryside called Russia Through Turks' Eyes as a way to sort of ease the tensions. Meanwhile, a man by the name of Melvit Altuntas, an off-duty Turkish policeman, made sure that Karlov did not get to finish his speech. While Altuntas did not live much longer, he did make his intentions very clear. The Philippine drug war, spearheaded by President Rodrigo Duterte, has notably gotten the attention of many actually got many people from all across the world to get actively involved in the drug trade. This drug trade has unfortunately led to 6,069 deaths. One person who was more adamant on this than Duarte was the mayor of Taiwan, Antonio Halili, who implemented a policy called the Walk of Shame. People who were accused of being drug dealers would be paraded around town with signs saying, "I am a pusher, don't hit me," which drew ire from many human rights organizations, even more so as some police accused him of being involved in the drug trade business himself. However, those complaints fell on deaf ears as Halili continued with his mayoral duties, one of which being attending a flag-raising ceremony on July 2nd, 2018, which would unfortunately be his last. The most perplexing part of the situation was that no suspect has been apprehended. Many people suspect it was in the drug trade, however it could have been for many other reasons. We have yet to find out, and unfortunately for Halili, it does not matter either way. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified when my next video comes out. And if you are interested in more content from me, you can check out my website, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, check out my articles on the Independent Political Report, or if you're daring, support me on Patreon.